You argue that there is no demonstrated need, no substantial legislative purpose. The House is before us, and I'm sure we're going to hear from them that there is a substantial legislative need. Why should we not defer to the House's views about its own legislative purposes?
For several reasons, Justice Gorsuch. To begin, the subpoena power is an implied power, and this court made clear most recently in NFIB v. Sebelius that Congress cannot use its implied powers to challenge the structure of government. And a subpoena targeting the president's personal documents is a challenge to the separation of powers. In Morrison v. Olson as well, the court did not apply a presumption on either side of that dispute precisely because it was a battle between the branches. As Justice Scalia pointed out in his opinion, there's simply no need for a presumption on either side, whatever might normally apply in a case against an ordinary individual, because the president has his own powers that are created by the Constitution. And then, of course, this court, in a number of cases, as we describe, has recognized, going back to Chief Justice Marshall, that we do not proceed against the president as we do against an ordinary litigant. And so whether that was in Cheney, whether that was the limiting instruction given to the APA.
Counsel, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I guess my question was more practical than that. Why is this subpoena not supported by a substantial legislative need?
Well, I guess three answers. Congress has not really identified with any specificity what actual valid legislation it could enact that directly reaches the president. Even if it had, it hasn't identified how documents going back upwards of 10 years, in some cases completely unlimited, and seeking the most minute financial details not only about him but his children and his grandchildren, every credit card swipe, every check, has anything to do with some purpose that would actually be permissible legislation. And I think that any allowance of the case study rationale that the House has relied upon for the Financial Services Committee is a door that opens to endless subpoenas and harassment anytime one party controls one house of Congress opposite from the president.